Hey everybody, I'm here today to do a review of the 2015 Nissan Micra. Now before I start this review, I just want to send a quick shout out to Sherway Nissan and thank them for letting me use this car for the review. So as you can see right here, the headlights and fog lights look awesome. They are, they have a very a cool look that I feel suits the car. The overall shape of the car works really well because all of the various parts on the exterior of the car, they all fit together just like the pieces of a puzzle. And that's why I think that this Nissan Micra looks absolutely awesome. The rims are very cool. They have a cool design. They are small rims for the most part, so they suit the car. I mean, it would look really weird having some really large rims on a fairly small car. Now, this specific Nissan Micra has decals on it, but, I think that with or without the decals, the car would look awesome. You can see that the tail lights are also small, so once again, they suit the overall look of the car. And for the most part, I like the overall theme of the car. If you are looking for a relatively small car at a relatively low price, then this is definitely a car that you should consider, because especially for the exterior styling, because it all looks small and it all fits together just like a puzzle. So now we are going to move on to the interior of the car, which I also really like. I think they've done a fantastic job. So we're going to open the front driver's side door and take a look at the interior and go over some of the various specific aspects of the interior. So as you can see, when you take a general look, you can see that it is pretty spacious. For a small car, they've done a good job at creating a spacious front of the car. When we're looking at the door panel right now, you can see that it's pretty standard stuff. You have some storage, but for the most part, it's standard. And now we step into the vehicle. The gauge cluster is nice and small and it looks good. They've managed to fit, obviously all of the main gauges that you would need into a small space. The steering wheel controls are easily accessible for both the right and left hands of the driver. And the center console is really good in my opinion because it's very basic and simple. You have all of your controls that are easily accessible, and you have your dials and so forth and your knobs that you can turn. But everything is laid out so that if you step into the car, you will understand exactly what to do to control the various features immediately. Now I just give you a quick look at the other side of the car so you can see the seat. It is a very comfortable seat. It is very plush and comfortable, and I think that they've done a good job at making the driver and front passenger feel really comfortable in this car. Now we take a look at the back of the car, the back seats, and you can see that it isn't nearly as spacious as the front, but it is still quite spacious for the overall size of the car. The rear door panels are very similar to the ones on the front of the car, so they have very standard features that look cool. And when we look at the back seats of the car, you can see that they have that same plush, comfortable look and feel. It's not extremely spacious, but there is enough space for passengers as long as they're not really tall. And if they are really tall, you can move the front seats forward. Now we take a look at the trunk, and we're going to open it and just take a look at the overall space. Now, in a car like this, you're not going to buy a car like this if you need a ton of trunk space. One thing that I really like is the fact that when you open the trunk, the hydraulic lifts keep the trunk open for you and actually, raise it to the top for you without any effort. The trunk isn't very spacious, but there is more than enough space for some, very small sports equipment and groceries and sort of the majority of things that you would need to put in a trunk, you will be fine for in this car. But for some of the bigger things, there won't be enough space. There's a rear camera, so a backup camera on this, which makes it great for the times that you are reversing. It gives you a full view. And last but not least, we take a look at the engine. Now, the engine is pretty peppy, and it also, the fact that the car is very light also helps that fact. So as you can see right here, the engine is very laid out very well. Everything is easily accessible, and it is perfect for someone that is a do-it-yourselfer and wants to work on some of the engine components by themselves, because they can access everything. There isn't a big cover that they have to remove. They can access everything and maybe diagnose any issues that they have with the car and do their own oil changes, air filter changes, and so forth. So that's basically it for the review. I hope you've enjoyed my review of this 2015 Nissan Micra. Once again, I'd like to send a special thank you to Sherway Nissan for letting me use this car for the review. And you should definitely check them out if you are looking for a new or used vehicle. All of the information for Sherway Nissan can be found in the description of this video. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.